Hi everybody and welcome back to Gardens and Crystals with me, Wesley Peterson, and today we are out in the area of my garden called Cozy Cove. So first of all, I just want to show you a pot that I have. This is what the other plant I'm going to show you in a moment looked like. I got some root cuttings from some plants that look really nice because they have huge, and I mean huge, leaves on them when they come out. They look like something from Jurassic times. I thought they was absolutely wonderful. So I got me some small root cuttings, and I actually have 4 pots like this, but one pot at the moment, one, has just suddenly flushed out and it looks amazing. Look at this. Now this is the pot with the plant that has just gone crazy. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I just love it. Look at those leaves. I'll just get a bit closer so you can see. Look at that. I will be putting pictures up on the screen. Right next to me here. So you can see the whole process of when I put the plants in the glass vase, just to get some water, when I potted them out, and when it started to flush out just like this. And now what I want to do is I want to plant these plants out in a pot. I have the pot here because I don't know exactly how these plants grow yet, so I'd rather put them in a big pot, watch them grow, see what happens, and then maybe plant them out in this area so I get a whole area with these beautiful big leaves. Out here you can see it's way overgrown, so I need to get out here with the strimmer soon and trim everything down so that I can just see the plants that I want to have left in this plant bed. This that I'm holding right now was a pine tree that I was hoping to plant here, put it in the pot to start with, and it hasn't survived. So I just want to show you that you can't always be successful in the garden. You can try as much as you will, but you're not always successful. But I did the same thing next door. That tall pine tree there, that is my survivor. That is the one that worked. I put it straight in the soil. It's much bigger, and I'm really pleased with that. It looks really nice. It's going to grow nice and lush and give me evergreen foliage all year. So that's really nice. So down here I want to have this Jurassic Park effect, because at the front I've planted evergreen plants as well, that when I've trimmed all this back you'll be able to see a little bit better. So basically, let's get to it. First of all, we need to get this dead bush out of the pot. So away with that and get repotting. Got my trusty spade. Now the soil in the pot is quite fresh because that pine tree wasn't in there for very long. So I'll just be planting these plants directly in that soil because that's the same soil as they have in their pot. So it's not going to be any kind of shock in that way. And I really just hope this is going to work, but let's try. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to place the good plant that's come up already in the middle, and then I'll place the other ones around the edge, and I hope that they'll flush out in time as well. Just make a nice hole, and then I'll take the plant straight out of this pot and straight into this pot. It's going to be easier for me to get my fingers in and pull it up just like that. The hole was a bit deep there. Now just put the soil back around the edge, put it in its pot. And there we go. Oh, so many gnats around here, it's hard to look at what you're doing. So just firm it down a little bit. And we're good to go already. That's it. Repotted. So now I'm just going to see if there's anything viable in these pots too. You know what? just to let you see that this is actually, even though it looks very dead, just to let you see, it is actually viable. If you look here, there's a little bud coming out, and there are more on the edge. It's probably a bit hard to see here, but there are viable buds. So yes, I'm gonna put those in the pot too. The little bit of stalk that was sticking up, I want to keep that sticking up so I can see exactly where the plant is before it flushes out, just like the other one here. So if that was viable, I'm expecting this one to be too. No, there was nothing in this one. So you can't win them all. But that's 2 out of these 3 pots. But I have another one at our outdoor terrace garden at our apartment that I will be checking in a while, because I put I think 4 different root bulbs in. So maybe they'll flush out separately and fill out the rest of this pot. But for now, I'm very happy that I've got these 2 plants in here. So that was that. The soil in that pot is very, very moist, so I don't need to water this plant. And actually all day today, or all day yesterday and this morning, it was raining a lot, and it will probably rain again later, so I definitely don't need to water that pot anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to strim around the edge of this pot and in this area and cut back a little bit so you can see the actual plants that I want to keep here, and get rid of all the ground elder and all the other things that are growing in here wild, which have been fine. It just looks really nice to fill out the space. But now I need to get back in and see what I want to keep and what I want to put in this bed. So now I have my strimmer. Let's see what we've got going on here. Now, some of these wild plants look really, really nice, and they are nice. Look at these lovely big leaves. I've got one plant over there. I want to keep it. I think it looks nice where it is. But some of the leaves are crowding out some of the plants that I've planted myself that I want to keep. So I do need to have a little bit of trimming around those and sorting out. But just trimming most of the area is going to help clear it out a lot. Oops, I started getting a bit too carried away, so I cut off some of the thongs of my lovely bracken here, or ferns. So now I've got most of it cleared out. I'm just gonna start snipping around with my secateurs to get a little bit closer to everything. So I need to move the camera a little bit closer as well so you can see what I'm doing. I nearly broke my back. I've got my secateurs, so now I can get in around the plants that I want to keep. I've got some evergreens here that I planted that I really want to keep, that are being completely crowded out. So save those. And also all the ferns, they're all plants that I want to keep because I planted those myself too. So it's just a matter of getting rid of, like this, ground elder all over. It's nice when it fills out, but then it becomes a nuisance. Keeping it a bit in control is very important. I am liking those big leaves there, so I'm going to let some of those stay there. This needs to go. So I need to move on to another area now where you can see me. Some of the leaves on these big wild plants, I'll find the name at some point and put it on the screen. They are crowding out the ferns that I planted, so they got to go. Oh. Don't know if you can see me here. So anyway, you get my drift. I will just give you a little overview of this area and the new planted path, and then carry on a little bit and show you the final result for today. So just to show you the final result of what I've done here, I've strimmed out the whole middle area of ground elder and other wild plants. I've planted this new plant in the pot, and it seems like it's going to be happy and well there. And the other little one is by the side. Something should come out of that very soon. So this has really got the space now to get those huge leaves on it that I saw when I first got the cuttings. And round the edge here I have all the plants that I planted myself. As I pan around, I will put the names of these plants on the screen. They are all evergreens, so that I will have winter interest when everything dies back. So this is all the plants around the edge, and then if we go this way round, you can see the ferns as well. Cleared out the area here at the front, all the beautiful ferns, which will probably do better next year because they were planted out first this year. This was a dying evergreen I had that I planted down here, and now it's flushing out really well. So the area behind, I'm hoping that I'm going to be planting a lot of that new plant that I put in the pot in this area, so that the huge leaves come out and cover the whole area, make it kind of like a Jurassic Park garden. So that's this plant bed in Cozy Cove, and there's the pine tree that I also planted myself this season, and it's doing really well, and it's actually grown 1 foot extra after being planted out this year. So I'm really pleased about that. So all that's left for me to say is thank you very much for watching another Gardens and Crystals video. Please remember to subscribe and press the bell so that you know when my next video is coming up. And I'll be very happy to hear your comments below about any of the plants, ideas for my garden, ideas for my videos. I want this to be an interaction with all of you out there. It's me sending out my energy to you to help you, to encourage you to get out into a green area and get your hands dirty, and to share your information and ideas with me, and I'll be so happy. So thank you very much once again, and see you in the next video. Goodbye.